Norm Abram is a national treasure to anyone who wants to construct something by hand, which is not surprising after 40 years of teaching craftsmanship. Norm's two long-running shows, The New Yankee Workshop and This Old House, have made woodworking a family hobby nationwide. From his soothing voice to his utilitarian clothing, Norm guided generations to gain skill, patience, and substance. However, in 2022, Norm discreetly left the cameras, shocking admirers and leaving them wondering why. How has this decision influenced him since? Norm Abram's narrative begins in early October of the late 1940s in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. While his peers played sports, Norm worked in the garage with his father. He learned to work with wood by watching his father make useful boards. By age 9, Norm was building alone. One of their first projects was a little wooden automobile. This small project meant something to father and son and foreshadowed the boy's future. Norm's father taught him more than building. He was also teaching him patience, precise labor, and attention to detail. Norm realized he loved carpentry as he got older, but his father wanted him to go to school. Norm studied engineering at the University of Massachusetts Amherst after graduating from Milford High School. He switched to business. Given what he would subsequently do full-time, this was the perfect choice. However, a catastrophe nearly destroyed Norm. His dear father, who had always supported him, died. It was understandable that Norm felt this loss for a long period. Father and son had a great bond, loved woodworking, and completed many projects together, making this loss even more heartbreaking. Norm started working in construction right after college. He got a big New England construction job and showed his skills quickly. He became site supervisor after a few years. Norm desired more despite his corporate success. He desired greater creativity, control, and ownership of his beloved work. In the mid-1970s, he risked starting Integrated Structures, a general contracting company with daring and a dream. This business was dangerous and may fail at any time. Norm built using what he learned from his father. He became known for quality work. Norm had no idea this was just the start. So much of his destiny was unforeseeable. Norm never worked on television, although most people knew him from New Yankee Workshop. While expanding his construction firm, something unexpected happened. Russell Marish, a TV producer, renovated his home in the late 1970s. He noticed Norm's work after hiring his company. But it wasn't simply work quality. Norm's calmness, clear speech, and natural skill jumped out. Russell persuaded Norm to appear on a new PBS show, This Old House, about home maintenance and remodeling. The show was hosted by Bob Villa. When Norm volunteered to help renovate a Victorian property, something tremendous began from that initial production. Norm's TV career went off. This historic house started in the late 1970s and became a nationwide hit. The show promoted antique home restoration and inspired everyone with its hands-on effort. After carpentry, Norm taught. His calm voice and step-by-step instructions made difficult tasks appear achievable. He explained how and why each task was done. His approach encouraged people to try their own ideas without investing much. The work was still hard, but viewers now had a role model to feel they could accomplish it. Norm wouldn't have expected to stay in this ancient house for so long, but his position developed. His many efforts and changing trends inspired individuals to pick up their tools and construct. His passion for the trade made Norm distinctive, not simply his competence. He loved carpentry and showed it in every nail he driven and instruction he taught. Norm learned and grew in an old house. He eventually mastered his craft. Due to woodworking trends, he learned to merge old and new designs to make unique works. Norm's carpentry abilities improved through home modifications in an old house, but he was about to move on. Norm was given the chance to create in the late 80s. The New Yankee Workshop began then. It was a breakaway from this old house and enabled Norm focus on carpentry, his passion. Each episode of the different Yankee Workshop featured a different project, from simple chairs and tables to sophisticated creations only Norm could make. The show was significant to woodworking aficionados for over 20 seasons. Norm made more than furniture. Sheds, sailboats, and gazebos were his outside projects. Viewers learned furniture history and construction. Norm visited museums and historic sites to demonstrate old styles. Norm made the show special. He consistently stressed viewer safety, divided difficult things into simple steps. His calm voice, clear directions, and respect for the trade inspired people nationwide. Russell Morash, the show's producer, owned the shop, which appeared in Norm's backyard. The shop was well organized. One wall held the drill press and back bench. Another wall had the miter bench, storage, saws, and a tiny computer and TV. Sanding, tool storage, and finishing had separate rooms. Each business corner served a purpose. Boston's WGBH announced the new Yankee workshop would end in fall 2009. Norm thanked them and said he was proud of their work. While the show was always sponsored, he decided to end it. He believed he had accomplished his goal and desired more family time. Fans watched the broadcast online and downloaded project ideas for years. The streaming arrangement expired in early 2023. The episodes were removed from This Old House. The show's YouTube channel posted old episodes to preserve the heritage. Russell Morash announced it in a video. He was pleased that a new generation could watch Yankee Workshop online anytime. Norm got famous thanks to this antique house and the Yankee Workshop. His calm, friendly, and forceful teaching style made him a TV favorite. He was invited on Good Morning America, Entertainment Tonight, and The Late Show with David Letterman. Fans were sorrowful and respectful after the event finished. After leaving TV, Norm continued woodworking. His passion for the trade, teaching manner, and kindness left an impression. He inspired a generation to use tools, construct by hand, and take joy in every cut, nail, and project. After leaving the new Yankee Workshop, Norm Abram persisted. He occasionally visits this old residence to share his wisdom. He now focuses on own projects. One of his largest was buying and sprucing up an old house near Rhode Island's shore to enjoy the ocean and woodworking. Norm's calmness on screen moved many. He offered his expertise in periodicals, books, and online despite not writing a bestseller. Norm wrote for the show's magazine as a regular about this ancient house, providing project instructions alongside TV content. People can gain from Norm's years of experience even if they missed the program. The magazine was discontinued and moved to the show's website, where fans can still obtain helpful ideas and guides. Norm's articles undoubtedly included designs, innovative procedures, and building ideas due to his talent and thoughtfulness in carpentry. He co-authored several woodworking and DIY books. These displayed another side of one as smart and motivating as the one on TV. Norm's new house, about his home building experience, was one of his most personal novels. It was more than a guide. Personal lessons and decisions showed readers how a skilled carpenter works when no one is watching. It demonstrated his meticulous planning and consideration of every board and beam. A book called Measure Twice, Cut Once followed. This one went beyond tool use. It thought like Norm. He taught how to prepare, avoid mistakes, and care for every endeavor, big or small. Norm helped create a woodworking book for kids and families because he knows how essential early learning is. The book made woodworking safe, easy, and fun for novices. It wasn't just making, it let families and classrooms enjoy creating together. These are some of Norm's highlights. Many more books, typically with famous woodworkers, bear his name. He and Tom Silva wrote the new Yankee Workshop book early on, reflecting the show's atmosphere. Next was New Yankee Workshop Classics, then mostly Shaker. Book on exquisite traditional designs. His style was used to gardens, patios, and yard furniture in later New Yankee Workshop projects. Norm kept going over the years. More editions of Measure Twice, Cut Once, a favorite among beginners and experts, were released by him. Norm still gets excited about assisting his father in the garage, even in his latter years. Though older, he's not done. Whether teaching or pursuing new initiatives, Norm seeks new challenges. He never saw carpentry as a job. It was deeper, and he won't close his tools yet. Norm previously wanted to make boats. That proves he enjoys learning and progressing. Not only was Norm skilled, but special. People felt linked by his way. He made woodworking accessible. That made his shows popular for years. Even though TV made Norm famous nationwide, his life has always been about more than carpentry. Father and husband Norm is caring. Norm lives in Rhode Island with his wife Elise Howenstein, where he continues to be creative and innovate. Before marrying Elise, Norm was with Laura Cohn. They divorced in the mid-1990s. Both moved on after their separation, which was never explained. Other than woodworking, Norm has several hobbies. He has enjoyed music producing for years. Playing the mandolin, banjo, and guitar allows him to express himself and try new activities. Carpentry has been greatly influenced by Norm. His passion for woodworking and commitment to quality inspire future builders and craftsmen. Some fans are worried since Norm hasn't been on this old house much. Neither his family nor the show's producers have responded, prompting rumors that Norm may have cancer. We don't know the truth, but we hope Norm inspires others to be innovative and hardworking. Community service is another Norm trait. Old Sturbridge Village, a Massachusetts museum about early America, has him on its board of trustees. He made a graduation address at Boston's North Bennett Street School, which teaches skilled trades and crafts in the early 2000s. Norm also supports the Generation Next apprenticeship program, which teaches young people building skills. Norm has won several honors. He also gained many social media followers. He has various notable awards for his work and dedication. Norm has over 10 honors, including the iSmart Distinguished Service Award. His dedication to television safety earned him this prize from the American Academy. He received it in 2009, the year the new Yankee workshop disbanded. On the broadcast, Norm always encouraged viewers to wear safety eyewear when using tools. He prioritized safety in every episode. Norm earned the notable Ken Burns Lifetime Achievement Award in 2018. In Old Sturbridge Village, filmmaker Ken Burns presents this medal to artists who have made significant contributions. Norm received it for his history-preserving work. His new Yankee workshop and old house projects demonstrate that. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Lifetime Achievement Award was also given that year. The same organization that awards the Emmys gives this top television distinction. This award honored Norm as a talented carpenter, host, and television personality who educated and delighted millions for decades. Not only Norm is successful in his family, Elise, his wife, is accomplished and motivating. She inspires many women designers. Elise has proved that women can shine in a male-dominated field. The story of Norm Abram goes beyond building furniture and appearing on TV. One person converted a childhood interest into a lifelong goal to teach, inspire, and uplift. Norm always prioritized patience, craftsmanship, and heart. From studying in his father's workshop to becoming a trusted voice in millions of households. Norm and his wife Elise inspired others to make something significant with their calm instruction, intelligent words, and profound respect for their equipment. His lessons went beyond woodworking. Care, effort, and the delight of handiwork were involved. Norm's legacy carries on in his peaceful life. His previous episodes, books, and projects still instruct, inspire, and remind us that great things can originate from humble beginnings. Not just another reality TV celebrity, Norm Abram developed things for views. He spent his life developing family traditions. It continued. People are more confident. Norm's genuine teachings have grown communities over decades. Now 75, Norm has never cared about celebrity, so it's no surprise that many consider him a national treasure.